joining us. I'm here with my friend Cara. We're going to talk today all about Playdates and how to have a good one and what to do if you're not having a good Playdate. Meanwhile, you're going to hear some noise in the background, and that is our kids having a Playdate. So hope you enjoy the show. We're waiting for our live viewers to join us. So get comfy, grab some tea or coffee, and thanks for taking a break with us today.
Yay!
So we'll get a notification in a second that says that our viewers have been notified. So I'm waiting for that. Sometimes there's a little bit of a delay. So waiting. I'm going to take a drink really quick. Oh, it says your fans have been notified. Oh, we've got one viewer. Hi.
Hey.
Welcome to the Break for Moms. I'm Nicole, and I'm here with my friend Cara. She's going to be co-broadcasting with me today, and we're going to talk all about the infamous Playdate and how you can make them great. So we've got a lot of good tips for you and probably some funny stories and some not so funny stories about when Playdates go wrong. So hope you enjoy the show today. And, of course, you're welcome to call in if you are using the Bidchat app, and we will tell you how to do that later in the program. In the meantime, know that if you hear noise in the background, it is our own kids having a Playdate at my house. So bear with us today. It should be a good show, and we're so glad that you are taking a break from your day to spend it with us. So, Playdates.
Well, I mean, look. I got Minion stickers on me.
Yes.
Part of Playdates and part of just being a mom. I mean, our kids are supposed to be at a craft table right now, but yeah, right.
Right.
And we'll probably go in there to crayons everywhere and stickers everywhere, even though we told them only on paper, but.
Right. There was definitely a beanbag that got tossed from the second level to the bottom, and baby gate may have been busted in the process of the first 5 minutes of the Playdate. But you know what? I think it's so important to be flexible, number one, right, with Playdates.
Absolutely.
You're going to have kids come over your house, and, you know, they don't always know the rules at different houses, so it's a matter of what rules are really important and which ones can you kind of let go in order to spare the Playdate from going sour, right?
Right.
Because too many rules and the Playdate just kind of goes sour.
Right. And, I mean, there's always, I tell my kids, we're going over to this play date and your friends know the rules for their house. So, let's listen to those, what they're telling you, because they probably know what is and isn't allowed at their house. And this is my son, Philip. And so, yeah, the flexibility of that. And, you don't want to be fussing at your kids the whole time, because then that makes the play date unenjoyable. So, what do you need, buddy?
So what should we start with today? The bad Playdate stories or the really, really good ones and why they were so good? Of course, our Playdates are always good, right?
Yeah, and you know what? That doesn't mean that like our kids get along all of the time.
Right.
I mean, I think that probably a Playdate could also be called like, refereeing, because that's what you're doing a lot of the time is time out, blow the whistle. Okay, what happened? And, working those out, teaching moments. It hardly feels like a break for us, because it's like, constantly, you need to share, don't yell, don't touch that. But I mean, I love Playdates with Nicole because she's chill about it. She's like, it's okay, and if, it's because sometimes Playdates, another mom, depending on how they feel, can make you feel so uptight and uneasy because, oh my goodness, can't touch anything. And and it's hard to let kids be kids. So, just being easygoing, about it, and I feel like it's really
because I know
the person coming into your home.
Right. Because otherwise, I feel like sometimes there are those moments where I feel like I want my kids to play with other friends, but I'm dreading the play date if I feel like I'm going to be refereeing the whole time. So it's having that happy balance so that you're not dreading every time you have a play date or, you have the play date and then you decide, oh gosh, I never want to have one again. We don't want that to happen, right? So it's finding that middle ground and just letting kids be kids and letting them work out their own problems, right?
And I think we've both said that. I'm pretty sure I remember hearing you say that, like, work it out, you guys, because they've got to learn that conflict resolution. And we can monitor it a little bit, listening to what's going on. Sometimes, just for the sake of, saving face or avoiding a situation. Sometimes it's just better to let them work it out.
Right.
Usually another mom's going to understand that, what's going on there, and that they're going to be arguing. That's just going to happen. But it's like, even in marriage, it's true. Like, and they've said this at church, that great marriages happen on the other side of hard conversations. So, okay, let's bring that down to kid level. Hard conversations, hard arguments. They're gonna have a better relationship for it if they work it out. So.
And I think the same is true for our kids, because we had a couple play dates where I was worried that our kids weren't going to get along. I was worried it was going to get in between our friendship. Hi.
Is that your new?
And sometimes that means, taking care of other little ones. Here, you want to come up?
Okay, what are we watching?
Come here.
That's his new elephant sound. He's sounding like an elephant. Okay, go. Are you playing zoo? Thank you.
So they're very comfortable at my house, and I'm okay with that. And if they come in the middle of a live stream, that's okay. That's the reality of being a mom, and that's part of what I want to exude on this show, so that people are comfortable watching and calling in, and hopefully you're nodding your head yes, that this is what life is like with kids. I've got some fancy lights here in the background, and yeah, I'm live, in front of people that I don't know who all of you are, but I'm still at the end of the day a mom, and so are you. So we want this program especially to just kind of really show what it's like. It's a long day when you've got kids at home, so you need those play dates. And I feel like my day is going to go by faster, and hopefully my kids will sleep better tonight because they had a play date, right?
Because here's the thing. Whether you stay at home and do it yourself, at home, especially if they're siblings, you're still going to be breaking up arguments. You're still going to be teaching them to share. You're still going to be refereeing things. So why not do it with someone else that you enjoy spending time with, and do it together, because there's that extra reinforcement that your kid can see, like, okay, this isn't just mom telling me these things that are good to do. Someone else's mom, believes the same things. Yes. So, having those play dates that people have, common values and common morals that can instill that into your child, like that second party validation, that goes a long way to solidify that in their little heads. Like, okay, this isn't just mom barking rules at me. This is kind of important for everyday life and interacting with people. Oh my goodness, you found your mitten.
I went in my backpack.
Oh, good.
And my monkey bag.
Okay. So yeah, I think so much with kids, raising kids, all ages. I don't know, this is kind of getting off topic of play dates, but just having other adults in their lives that can speak those same values and same truths into their lives, because something that you have been telling them every single day for their entire life, they have not gotten, but yet another parent or another adult will say it, and they're like, Mom, I really learned this from someone. You're like, oh, really? Like, I haven't been telling you that your whole life,
Right. Sometimes they just need somebody new, to breathe fresh air into what you've been telling them. And I agree that the play date is not just beneficial for the kids with each other and having that social interaction, but also having additional adults as role models, so that they know and come to know, the other child or children's parents, and they can come to them with problems as well and trust them. And, that's especially when you go into the teen years, that's really, really
somehow it's easier to talk to another adult than your own parent,
Right.
And when you have that good relationship with the adults and the kids, I want my kids to have adults like that in their lives that they are comfortable talking to. That I know that they will support what I've been teaching my child, support the morals, support the values, and will steer them in the right direction, that I would as well. So, and encourage them to go talk to your parents.
Right. Okay, so let's break this up with a funny story. I have to tell you a funny story about Cara's little boy, and her oldest is 5. I don't know if you want me to say names on the program, so we'll just keep it anonymous. And my 3-year-old. My 3-year-old daughter is in love with Cara's 5-year-old boy. And so last week was Valentine's Day, right? We talked about Valentine's Day on the show. And after the show, later that week, I met up with Cara and delivered some schoolwork to her
She was
for her
so
son.
sweet. She sent a care
Her
package
son was
to
sick.
him. He was sick.
And in exchange, we got some Valentines from Philip and Owen. And I gave my daughter the Valentine card that was handcrafted by her 5-year-old. And she was so happy to get this card because she just loves him to death. And she was dancing around the house, and there was a little fake rose, white rose, inside the card. And she was smelling the fake flower and saying it smelled so sweet and that the card was so beautiful. And she was just singing to anyone that would listen that he loved her. And it was the cutest thing ever because she's only 3.
So cute. How cute is that, her first crush?
Yeah.
So I don't have girls. I have 2 boys. So that is just so cute to hear, like, that side of having a daughter, like her first little crush, you know. And
Yeah.
she said that she was like, "Mommy loves me." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh my god, that is so cute."
It was very, very funny. So give us a thumbs up if you haven't already and you're liking what you're listening to. Oh, yep, this is a phone. Do you want me to show you how to use it? So you can give us up to 5 thumbs up in one day. So if you are just really, really enjoying this and you're thoroughly entertained by the topic of playdates and mom life in general, go ahead. That's the easiest way to interact with us during the live show. Thank you. I see that thumbs up. Awesome. Keep them coming.
Hi, Mother.
Hi, Mother.
It's a little loud and crazy right now, but that's okay because, you know, we're moms.
Hey.
And hopefully some of you are too. Or maybe you're a dad, or maybe you're just another broadcaster on Bidchat that happens to be watching this program. That's okay too. We want to hear from you.
Oh, hey, boys. No, sir. No, sir.
Come here.
Rolling, please.
Do you want to come say hi?
Okay. Come on. Do you need
There
Mom?
are more kids coming.
Here, let me see what you need. I'll be right back.
Sure, thank you. Let me know if I need to intercede. Oh, my little girl does not want to be live right now. So anyhow, I'm going to talk for a second while it's quiet here and adjust my lights because I feel like I'm kind of dark. Sorry about that. Okay, oops, that a little bit better. I still feel like it's a little bit dark over here. Oh, we're going to tip this one. There, that's a little bit better. Okay. So we're talking today about play dates, and I am in the middle of a play date. My friend Cara is here joining me, so she's going to be co-broadcasting with me again in a second, and our kids are playing together. So we're talking all about play dates and how to navigate them, how to have a good one, and what you don't want to do during a play date, because sometimes play dates can become really stressful for adults because you feel like you've typically just, you know, you've gained extra kids that you have to watch in a sense, especially if it's at your own house and maybe the other kids don't know the rules. So it's navigating, you know, what do you do and how many rules do you enforce versus kind of letting things be a little bit more relaxed because you do have company. And for the sake of the kids, you want them to have a good time and you don't want to be the referee the whole time. So that was kind of the first 15 minutes of the program here. But I want to invite other people who are watching to call into the show if you have anything to say about play dates, anything at all. You can call in, but you have to be using the Bidchat app. So let me tell you very quickly about that before Cara comes back to join me. And I want to let you know that the Bidchat app is free to download. You can download that from the Apple Store for Apple products, the App Store, I should say, and the Google Play Store if you have an Android device. And you can download that for your smartphone or for a tablet. But if you are watching today from the actual Bidchat website, hi, I hear a loud thump. You want to join me? If you're watching from the website, you cannot call in as of right now. That function is not available. So keep that in mind. I would love to hear from you and hear what you have to say about play dates or just any ideas for the show or questions that you may have from one mom to another or one parent to another. And the show is also for a variety of caregivers of children. So maybe you're not the traditional mom or dad, but maybe you are a grandparent that is helping to take care of children, or you're a babysitter or a nanny or a teacher. The list goes on and on. Anybody that's a caregiver of children can relate to what we're talking about today and across the other shows. I am live every Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern time. That's 10 a.m. if you're on the West Coast. And I am inviting people to be guests on the show. So if you are interested in co-broadcasting with me, you don't have to be right here on the sofa with me. You can also call into the show via the Bidchat app. So we'll talk about that one more time at the end of the program today. Keep that in mind. And thank you to all those of you who are joining us now for those additional thumbs up. We really, really appreciate that. So Cara's back with me. We're talking about play dates.
Yeah.
And she just kind of went ahead and intervened to make sure everything was going okay. And sometimes you got to take turns during play dates, right? It can't just all be the person whose house it is hosting doing and I really appreciate that about Cara, is that when she comes over, you know, she allows us to take turns so that I'm not just up on my feet interceding the whole time, and that's makes it better.
Pitching in,
yeah,
doing what you can. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I said earlier, you know, you're going to be doing this stuff at home anyways, you know, with the kids, and so doing it with someone else, you know, pick up some slack, you know, when you're at the play date. I mean, and you got to feel that out with your friends. Some friends are, she's comfortable with me sweeping up a mess. You know, some friends start to be like, don't do that at my house. You know?
I need all the help I can get.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's cool. You know,
you want to pick up a broom? Go for it.
But yeah, I mean, just.
Yeah, it's, you know, it's give and take. So, you know, some friends I think are good for play dates and some might be not so good.
Yeah,
you know,
I mean,
I guess
you gotta feel it out with
you
your
gotta
kid,
kind of
their personalities too.
train each other a little bit. I mean,
As adults, you mean?
That? Yeah, I mean
okay.
that sounds kind of weird, but I don't know. You
Yeah,
learn, you kind of learn from each other. Maybe the first play date doesn't go so well, and then you kind of feel out the other person, get a sense of their.
You were like feeling me all out on our first play date.
You know, I mean, like, well, you know, I'm kind of looking around like
a little checklist around the corner. Okay.
Well,
okay,
you know, like, okay, occasionally my kids jump on the couch. You know, should I be like really strict about it because Cara's kids don't jump on the couch? Or, you know, should I just kind of like let it go? But she's okay with it too. So, you know, you're feeling each other out to figure out what their rules are at their house and, you know, what's okay and what's not and what's a big deal and what you can just let slide.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So,
I get that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of feeling you out at first. And now that I know we're on the same page, I can relax a lot more and not worry if somebody bounces on the couch for a second because it's just a couch, really.
Yeah. Well, and yeah, they bounce at our couch too, but it's because our couches are like forever old and falling apart. Need new couches. But speaking of couches, your couch is beautiful. I love it.
Thank you. Yeah. So
that cute.
A while back before I started live streaming, I decided I wanted to go with a gold and black theme because this originally was my piano room because I played the piano. But I wanted to incorporate the show into the room because this has always kind of been my room that I've claimed in the house as an office, even though it's an open space. There are no doors. But yeah, I'm liking the gold stuff. It's really in style right now.
Come back, you guys.
Home Goods. I got a lot of stuff at Home Goods. This couch included. It was on clearance. Somebody took it back. And then I bought it. But nothing was wrong with it. I think one leg was loose. Yeah, so I got it a lot cheaper, which is why I bought it.
So are you going to play the piano one day on your show?
That's what my mom keeps asking me.
Really?
She's saying I should play the piano on the show. But you know what? It would have to be a show about like piano lessons for kids or something. It needs to be, you know, make sense with the show, I guess.
You can do that. So just like drowning out the kid noise. This is what I do.
Right. Okay, so I'm going to give you some liberty here for a second because my youngest one is napping and I want to make sure that she is still napping and that nobody is running in and out of her room.
Good. Leave me alone.
I'm going to leave you. Cara is the best live streamer.
What?
Yeah, I want you to tell them about your live streaming experience on Facebook because we might have some other broadcasters watching that are watching merely just to learn from the whole live streaming process. So you could probably talk about live streaming in general because it's such a trend right now, whether you are doing it for a business or you're just doing it for fun or, you know, to network with people on Facebook or here on Bidchat. There's just so much you can do with it. So yeah, tell them all. She's awesome. Tell them all about tell them about that program you're doing and I'll be right back. Okay.
Awesome. Awesome at learning as I go. I mean, and that's kind of key when you're, you also my stickers, play dates. Stickers, moms, stickers, everywhere, stickers. Okay. No, yeah, I think that when you're trying something new and pushing yourself, you've got to put yourself out there. And part of it when you first start out is just going to kind of be learning as you go and being okay with that. You can't know everything ahead of time. So I too am an entrepreneur, trying to work it from home with all of the craziness of the kids. And so when you're doing those things, you have to give yourself the permission to not know everything up front, to not have it perfect from the get-go, to learn as you go and let people see that, you know, and experience, because you have to start somewhere. So when I started the live streaming at the beginning of this year, you know, it was just like,
Here, Mom,
you're about to push the button to go live and you're like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. There's just something about it, you know, being live and in the moment versus something pre-recorded that you can edit or, you know, delete certain parts of it or whatever. And live is what you see, you get what you see, you know? So, you know, just having to go for it and push that live button and be yourself, you know? But there's a lot of self-growth in it, a lot. So for sure, pushing yourself requires a lot of self-growth. I've learned a lot probably in the past 6 months that things are going to scare you, and that's normal. That's totally natural, but you have to do things afraid because you're going to be scared anyways. It was scary starting the show, right?
It was.
Going live first.
And I felt like I had to be perfect and I had to have this whole outline. And the first couple of shows I did. And then, you know, this past time I was plunging in a toilet like 5 minutes before the show started.
It was actually, it was 3 minutes before the show started. She was running down the stairs. She's like,
I was.
How much time do I have? I've got to plunge a toilet.
Yeah, I
like,
can't make this stuff up. So, you know, you get used to it and you let a lot go.
So yeah, but so I was saying that like you can't let the fear stop you. You have to do things afraid. You have to do them anyways, because what is it really fear of? Is it fear of talking in front of people? Not really. It's fear of the unknown. Like you don't know exactly what's going to happen. That's what the fear is. So you're not going to, it's always going to be unknown until you do it, until you try it, until you go to a new place, until you learn something new. You're not going to know it. It's going to be unknown. So taking that first step, that's why they say that's the hardest part, is just starting, you know. But Nicole is such an entrepreneur, like so ambitious. She just goes for it and tries new things and doesn't let things stop her. And I mean, like, I just kind of sit there like,
we motivate each other.
How
She
did
motivates
she
me
do
just
that?
as much.
And I'll tell you how she does it, like this, with the kids running crazy and being loud and plunging a toilet before she runs on the show. And like, you know, like feeding the kids lunch right beforehand and like just making it happen. You just have to make it happen.
Right. You have to make it happen. You have to schedule it. You know, like anything else that's important to you. When you've got kids and you're busy, you just have to schedule things and you have to say, okay, I'm going to commit to doing this. Even if it means, you know, my hair's in a ponytail like it is today. I didn't do my hair. That's okay. I'm still going live every Monday because that's what I promised with this show, that I'll be live every Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern time. So, and somebody's flushing a toilet in the background.
Can they hear that?
I don't know. I think
So
I think somebody might have a stinky diaper in the basement. You might want to check.
Okay. Are they in the basement?
They are in the basement. Yes. Unless it was her. It could have been her. I don't know. You never know. When you got a bunch of kids and something stinks, somebody's got a stinky diaper or somebody needs to use the bathroom. Excuse my language here. I'm trying not to be too inappropriate, but that's what happens with little kids, and the show must go on. So anyhow, thank you for the additional likes. For those of you that are kind of straggling into the program here about halfway through, I'll be co-broadcasting with my friend Cara until 2 p.m. Eastern time today. So thank you so much for taking a break from your day to spend it with us. And we're having so much fun together. It's so much more fun to live stream with another person, which is why Bidchat is so awesome and stands out from other live streaming platforms. Because not only can I have someone on the couch next to me broadcasting with me and helping me to plan out my program, but I can also have viewers call into the show and talk to me live, face-to-face, like a Skype or a FaceTime call. So imagine I'm here and someone that calls in would be in the corner over here. And if you want to see what that looks like after the program, click within this show profile, click on the Moments tab. There's a Moments and then a full broadcast area. And all of the archive shows are there. The Moments section are just little video clips from when someone has called into the show and talked with me live. So you can see the picture of them and the picture of me, and all of the other viewers get to see both of us live. That's called two-way live streaming. And Bidchat is the only live streaming platform that I know of that does that. I know with Facebook you have commenting in real time, and there are some other platforms where you can incorporate third-party software to get someone to kind of co-broadcast with you. But within Bidchat, you can actually bid to call into the show. And the cool thing about right now is it's a promotional period since Bidchat is still a new network. So you can call into the show absolutely for free. It doesn't cost you any money. Even if it says bid at the bottom of your screen, it doesn't cost you any money. So I encourage you to do that. You can ask me a question or ask Cara a question, or just call in and say, hey, we like your show. We're moms, or I'm a dad, or I'm a grandma, or I'm a co-broadcaster, and you can give a shout out to your program and advertise. It's all welcome right now. We just want to interact with you, and we want to know where you're from, who you are.
Tell us your Playdate stories. Tell us, like, what are some, like, what you think are, like, some unspoken rules of the Playdate? Like, what is something, like, another mom should not do, or something, like, I don't know, like, or should do, you know, and that maybe you've experienced that they haven't done on a Playdate. What are some ideas or tips that you have? So
okay. I feel like the biggest con for me of all the play dates I've had was when I had another mom come over and discipline her child the entire time, to the point where my kids didn't get to play with the other kid because, you know, he was off in the corner in timeout the whole time. So, I mean, I understand you want to discipline your kids and you want to make sure that no matter what setting you're in, that you are consistent. But I think there has to be a happy medium when the goal of the play date is to play, right?
Yeah.
So how do you balance that?
Well, I feel like letting the other mom know up front, say, look, we've been really focusing on this certain behavior or whatever, the certain issue we're having. I'm trying to be really consistent, but I know it's a play date. But just so you know, this might come up in the play date, and I will have to address it. But then also, don't be disciplining it the whole time, you know. But that way the other mom can understand, you know, kind of what to expect. But then you have a balance of it. The mom knows what to expect. You might have to, you know, take them aside for a couple minutes, but then,
oh.
Hello.
Hey! You're frozen, but we see you. Give it a second.
Am I sideways?
You're sideways, yes. Tip your phone the other way. There you are, yay!
Hi. Oh,
This is my friend Jessica.
Oh, hi, Jessica. And who's
and this is her baby, Lucia.
Lucia. I love
Can you
it.
hear us?
I can.
Look at Lucia. She's like, her eyebrows are furrowed. Like, what is
She
going
loves,
on here?
Can you turn your volume up?
Can you hear me?
It's very quiet.
Okay. I'm not sure what's going on, but she loves.
That's better. That's better.
We can hear it.
This is we don't do a lot of TV yet, so this is really exciting for her.
Thanks for calling in.
Doing on Mondays, and yeah, you guys are doing a great job. It's really entertaining. And
Thank you.
Cara, what is your business?
Hi. Oh, thank you. I am a health and wellness coach, and I help people with their health through supplements, natural supplements, and working on their healthy lifestyle, helping them with their health and happiness.
That's awesome.
Tell us the company. Did you say the company?
I can totally tell you more about it. It's called Plexus. We are, like I said, a natural plant-based supplements that help with blood sugar regulation, hormone balancing, gut health. That's a big one, addressing your gut health. So yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. And Jessica, where are you here in Michigan?
I am here in Michigan. Yep. I'm not too far from where you guys are. So I'm enjoying the sunshine. It's beautiful. We're going to go for a walk in a little bit. But we've never had a play date. So this is great tips. So
is Lucia your first?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. I have a very good friend. She was actually at my wedding. Her name's Lucia. She's from Costa Rica, actually. Sweetest person ever. It's a good name.
Thanks.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, we lost you, but you're welcome to call back in again. Feel free, because it's entertaining when people see someone else call in, and I think it encourages people that, like, it's not such a scary thing to call in, right?
Yeah. Totally have play dates. Like I can remember the first ones. I can remember when I first heard the term play date, I was like, what in the world is that?
And some people actually now make business cards that are like mommy cards. Did you know you can make them on Shutterfly? Where like it has your name and phone number and then your kid's name to pass out. Like say you're at preschool and you want to like meet another mom.
Are you serious?
Yes, you can actually make them. I believe there's multiple templates on Shutterfly. I think it's like a mommy card, it's called.
It's kind of weird, but kind
Isn't
of
it
cool.
funny? Yeah, I've never made one, but it's
Let's get a
tempting.
Playdate.
I know, right? But I guess, you know, if you're feeling like, you know, you want to reach out and meet people, maybe if you don't know other moms, it could be a good thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's a quick way to give somebody your phone number.
There really is, because because even like at school, when you're picking up or dropping off, there's not that much time to talk with the other. Because when our sons go to the same school, but they're on different days. Well, anyways, when they're starting school, I was thinking, oh, I'm going to get to meet like all these other people, but it's just so brief
so busy,
and so quick that would be like, because even like just saying, hey, can I add you on Facebook?
Right.
That's still like
right.
I don't know, like that takes time, because then you have to stand there on your phone and be like, okay, now how exactly is your name on Facebook? I'm not finding you, or whatever.
Right.
You know?
Especially if you've got another kid pulling you by the arm and, you know, you're barely making it to school on time because, you know, somebody didn't want to put their shoes on to get in the car.
Or your kid falls asleep in the car.
Right.
The younger one. And so then you're like, I've really got to just like grab my kid and get back out there. Because, well, like our kids are always waiting out in the parking lot. So the car's right there. But so you just don't have time. So that kind of makes sense to be like, hey, here's my card. Let's make a play date.
Right. I know it sounds so what would you do? Call in and let us know. Do you think that a mommy card for play dates is weird? Would you be weirded out if I gave you my card and it was like a mommy play date card? I don't know. It could either go over really well, or you might never want to have a play date with me and my kid again, right? But I mean, it's kind of like a mom date. I know that sounds weird, but you know, it's as much of a little like social date for moms. So in that sense, you're exchanging a number with a potential friend if it's somebody that you don't know that you want to get to know.
For sure. Yeah, a lot of the play dates, well, I mean, it just kind of depends on the day and how the kids are interacting and stuff like that. Because sometimes we get to talk a lot more than usual, and sometimes it's like, how's it been, and refereeing and like talking over the volume, you know. Like today at the table, you know, Nicole was like, let's keep our voice down. And my voice says, you can hear me, can't you? You know, I'm like, and that's another thing with playdates. Like, I guess each person's going to feel differently like that. I'm okay with someone else instructing my child, you know, and I don't know, teaching them, you know, or not, it's not getting on to them. It's just like, you know, pointing them, steering them back right into the right direction, you know. And I would say that be okay with that, you know. And
I feel like when I'm doing it out of love, because I want to help you so you don't have to do it. Like, I want you to sit down and eat your sandwich if we're having lunch together.
She never sits and eats.
And I'll take care of, you know, disciplining for a second so you can just sit and eat.
You too. Like, she never sits down to eat.
But I did eventually sit, right? Right before the show started.
Kind of.
And then I had to go plunge that toilet.
Yes. Oh my word.
Yeah.
Playdates though are super fun, and
they get better. You get better at having them the more you have them.
Exactly. You get better. Like you as the mom. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Because it is kind of like intimidating kind of thing, and I can remember like a playdate I went to, and like I was so quiet, like, because I was also, it wasn't like people I had known for a long time. It was new. Like we were new too, getting to know each other too, and you're like, you don't know what you can do in that house, or what you can do. So
yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I can relate to that. How, you know, at first play dates are kind of a nervous thing, more for the parents than for the actual kids.
But you know what? A play date doesn't have to be at your house.
No, right.
You know, and like if it's the first time you're really kind of interacting with this parent, have it at a playground.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, or you know, some other public place. You know, like a pump it up or something.
Right, a
you
park.
Know, or a park. Because that takes the pressure off of both of you for it being in either of your homes. And so you're not having that extra added of like, you don't know what they can do in the other person's house kind of thing. You're just getting to know them at that point some more. And then you can move it to the house, I feel like.
Yeah. And if their kid's a total hellion, then, you know, they don't destroy your house and you just lose their number and you never see them again, right?
What do I do with that playdate card?
Right. I'm sorry, just got really busy. We'll have to catch up another time.
I would say always give it a second chance, because that kid or that mom could just be having a really rough day, and that just, you know, I wouldn't just write them off after the first play date.
Right.
Give them a second chance. Everybody needs 10 chances.
Right.
We all need more than second
Right.
chances.
And then there's that whole issue of like the whole germ thing, right? Especially in Michigan because it's cold here, so everything kind of stays dormant. And this has been a bad flu
It hasn't been
season.
cold lately.
Although, right, it hasn't been cold lately. So
that's why there's like so much more sickness, I feel like.
You think?
I guess. I mean, it's not freezing the bugs out.
Because
I mean,
I would think when it's colder that it's worse, right? Because like they say people are indoors more and in more close quarters when it's cold, which is why the flu season gets bad around January, February, because people are just like closer together. Like the germs are always there, but I think they're worse when it's cold.
Okay, so is anybody watching like an expert in that and can like clarify that for us? Because like, does the warmer weather when it's supposed to be cold activate the germs so they're not dormant, or does the extreme cold make it worse because we are more confined?
Right. I'd like to know for those of you in California, because a lot of people watch from California because Bidchat headquarters is in California. So I would like to know, how bad is flu season in California? And is it as bad as a place like Michigan? Because it's really, really been bad right now. Although I think we're past the peak and hopefully now we're coming down.
Because like a lot of our school closed down for
all the schools in our area, several schools.
And several schools that we have other friends affiliated with. I know public schools were, because it just got like, and it was like all of a sudden bad. Like there was a lot of students and teachers out.
Right.
And I just don't remember. Maybe it's because this is my first year with a kid at school. So
half of Troy's class was out the day before midwinter break.
But the thing is, we've just been having such a warm winter, which I love. I only moved to Michigan 3 years ago. I think, man, it was the end of 2000.
Before we met.
Before we met.
Right.
Well, the winters I've been here have been like crazy cold. Like the first one that we moved in December, moved up here. And the first thing on everybody's lip that I was hearing was this thing called polar vortex. I'm like, what is that? I don't want it. I want to go back to the south. So they've just been really extremely cold. So this winter I've been like, this is amazing because there have been, I mean, this
has
past
been,
like in the 60s.
It's not normally.
It broke records from the 1800s.
Yeah. On Saturday, it was, my van registered 69 degrees, which in February in Michigan is unheard of. Never have I ever experienced that in February.
Attacked by a tiger.
We have some kids in the background. I see the auction clock running. I'm not sure if that's Jessica calling back in again or somebody else, but if you're trying to call in and you're having trouble, always, try again. Close out if you're, obviously using the app to call in. If it doesn't work, refresh or close out the app and re-enter the app again if you're having problems. Sometimes there are little glitches within the app, as there are sometimes with the website. So just keep that in mind. If you don't succeed the first time, try again, because we would love to hear from you and have you on the show.
Yeah, they're new, so give them a chance. They're working out some glitches and stuff. But yeah, Bidchat's going to be really fun. It is fun already to be able to live talk.
Yeah. So I'm just going to kind of pause for a second from our conversation. I want to just tell you, if you or someone you know wants to watch the show regularly, but you're not normally available at 1 p.m. Eastern time, you can always check out the archive videos. They are saved within the Bidchat website and app here. And I post all videos on YouTube and I share them on the Break for Moms official blog. So if you subscribe to that blog, which is at www.thebreakformoms.com with the number 4, you will get all of the latest videos and a little write-up with resources that I mentioned on the show sent directly to your inbox. So please subscribe. Right now, I don't have a lot of subscribers. I don't know. I'm still working on how to get actual subscribers to the blog.
Do it right now. That's the thing. Like,
so please do that.
Don't
Help
subscribe to stuff because I forget.
Okay. So I have to keep reminding people.
And I need to have, and I have been trying to do this, but I don't do so well with stuff that like requires me to sit down at the computer. But like in life, just do it right now. Do it while you're thinking about it.
I worry that people just don't want more clutter in their email. You think it's just that people forget? Honestly, forget.
It sends emails.
I don't know.
Well,
but
there's an option to like not get the emails, but then they can go visit your blog.
Right. You can always visit the blog without subscribing, but I would love for you to subscribe, and I'll tell you why. because as soon as I get 100 subscribers to the blog, I am going to personally mail someone from my subscriber list. I'm going to randomly select a name, and I'm going to send you an official show t-shirt.
I should have worn mine today.
I know. I should have too. I have mine upstairs, but we'll have to broadcast again, and we'll wear
Super
t-shirts.
comfy.
Yeah. I actually have t-shirts for the girls too. I got one in size 18 months and size 14. So yes. But anyhow, if you go to the blog, again, I'm going to mention it to you again. It's www.thebreak4moms.com with the number 4. And you click on the contests and giveaways tab at the top. It will pull down a page that has information about the contest, and there is a photo of the t-shirt. The logo for the show is a clock that's kind of a pinkish salmon color, I guess, if you will, and says The Break for Moms. And the clock is pointing to the number 4 because the number 4 is in the title. So it's kind of cute. I had someone design that logo for me. And I really
did you? I was wondering about that.
I did. I paid someone. The gal has an Etsy shop called The Cup of Creativity.
Cute.
And she's from Italy. So,
yeah.
right. One of my goals is to earn enough money to go to Italy. I have family in Italy. My family is Italian, so.
Do you really have them there?
I do. Yes. The very southern part of Italy, near the toe. They say Italy is shaped like a boot.
I do, like, seriously.
Yeah.
Or a Mediterranean cruise.
Yeah.
That would be really cool.
That would be really, really nice.
You gotta dream,
Someday.
people. You gotta dream big.
So I gotta get this show going. I have to get 1,000 viewers to get sponsorship on the show. Right now we have 163 viewers.
That's cool.
That's pretty cool. It's good. We're coming along, you know. I started with none, so we're doing good. So
see, that's what I'm saying. You just have to start.
You have to start. Right. So I'm going to just keep plugging along so you can join me every Monday, 1 p.m. Eastern time. Give me those thumbs up. Give Cara a thumbs up. Even if you don't like me, give her a thumbs up. And thank you. I see that thumbs up because that will help the show not only to trend higher within the Bidchat website and the Bidchat app, but it also is very motivating for us because we need that motivation. Otherwise,
show her some love.
We don't know who's watching. You know, it's like we're just talking to ourselves here unless you give us those thumbs up. So thank you for those that have done that, and you can give up to 5 per day. So feel free to give us more.
I've seen that. Like when I've been watching your shows and I click it, it says you have 4 left.
Yeah, you can do up to 5. So the more the merrier. Cool. I see that auction clock running, so it looks like somebody's trying to call in.
Several people have been.
People sometimes have trouble. Yeah, so you know, just if you're having trouble, just close out the Bidchat app and then reopen it up. Sometimes the app does automatic updates, and that can cause an issue. Or if you don't have a good quality internet connection with your phone, you're running off of Wi-Fi. So you want to make sure you're in a good place. If there's any obstructions or your Wi-Fi is not strong, you know, check how many bars you have on your phone or your tablet. If it's not a good area, you may want to adjust so that you get a better connection.
And you said that Firefox.
Yeah, well, for the website, if you're just watching from the website, you can't call in from the website. But as far as getting a good experience as a viewer just watching from the website, you want to use Google Chrome or Google Firefox. Those are the best 2 browsers to use for the whole live stream experience because it's just there's so much media. It's very rich. You want to have a good connection.
Okay, so one of my favorite playdates that we did was when the boys were wrestling. Remember?
Yes, okay. I know.
So they came over to our house one time. Was that before Christmas?
I think it was before Christmas.
It doesn't seem like that long ago, but I guess
I think it was before Christmas.
Anyways, so our 2 oldest, our 5-year-olds, are pretty similar, just in what they like to do, and they're
all boys. They're all boys.
They're all boys, and yeah. So I don't know how they even started doing it. Do you? I'm
not sure either. I know Troy was doing some wrestling at home with my husband.
Okay.
So he might have started it.
They were downstairs. And so we walked downstairs because we heard stuff going on. Well, they both have their shirts off.
Yeah, right.
And they were in their pants, right? They don't think they were in their underwear.
No.
My 5-year-old likes to run around his underwear and say he's the Hulk.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, but yeah, they had their shirts off.
I think your son was beating his chest too.
He was like totally male ego kind of thing going on, which is hilarious seeing that in little guys, you know, because they still have it from the moment they're born. Oh dear. But anyways, they were. Philip, I'm telling them about when you and Troy were wrestling.
Yeah. Is everything okay?
So,
I hear crying. Are you okay?
Hurt your foot? Oh, your
Ouchie.
shin, that hurts. That hurts.
Just rub it really hard. If you rub it really hard.
There you go. You me kiss it?
You want some ice? You want some ice? I can give you a bag of frozen peas. Okay. I'll be right back. Continue the story.
He hurt me too.
Uh-oh.
He been hurting me too.
So anyways, we go downstairs and we see them with their shirts off. And they're like in separate corners, opposite corners of the room, like as if they're in a wrestling ring. And then they're like doing this countdown, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then they like rush at each other and their like bodies collide and their arms wrapped around each other. And they're like throwing each other on the floor. And we're like, okay, like they were happy. So we just like grabbed a seat, like in the audience to watch. And we were laughing our heads off. It was so funny. And like, it was like such a good release of energy for them. And they were like, raw, and like making these like gargling noises, like deep. Oh, and that's not yours. No. Honey, stop touching everything. Anyways, and so it was just like, we were so glad that like they found something that they really connected on. And it was like, very like hands-on and rough, but they were like happy to be doing it with each other and weren't like angry. Because that's what we were like trying to decipher when we first went down. Are they fighting? Are they angry? Or like they're actually happy about doing this? So we're standing there laughing, and then my husband got home, and then her husband came over. They were gonna eat dinner, and we're like all standing around them watching it and like cheering for each of them. And yes, what's wrong?
Here. Okay. Here, I'll give you a snack.
Here, I can. Trade.
Okay. Help himself to anything. There's some fruit bars in the cabinet. So you see how we're trading off so well? That's a great thing about Playdates is you've got an extra adult to help you, hopefully, unless you do Playdate where you just have the kids get dropped off at somebody's house. But I like to have a parent there. At least right now, I have never done a Playdate where I've actually dropped my kids off and left. I'm not sure how I feel about that or at what age do you start doing that. I guess it just depends on the family and how comfortable you are with them. Anyhow, we are coming to the close of this program. I hate to end it because Cara has done such a great job discussing this topic with me on Playdates. Yes, I hear my name. I hear Miss Nicole in the background. Yeah.
Can we take this home?
You can't take it home, but you can use it on your leg right now until it feels better. So
I'll take it home.
the program today is over at 2 p.m. Eastern time. And at that point, you can share the archived video straight from Bidchat, or you can wait and then come to the blog, www.thebreakformoms.com. And I will have a write-up with some additional information about Playdates that you can read about and see some tips. And I'll show you a link to Shutterfly where they have those Playdate cards that you can make. They're like business cards, like mommy calling cards, we call them. And I'll put a link for that in case you want to make one of those. I'm still not sure how I feel about those. It's kind of funny. I know Cara and I were laughing about that, but they might work good if you have a child in preschool or kindergarten, or maybe even an older child in school and you just want to pass them out to parents at school and, arrange some play dates. It's a good thing. It's a good way to get people together and to quickly share your phone numbers so that they can contact you. And maybe that's what people need in order to make time for each other, because I know sometimes people are so busy that they say, oh yeah, let's get together. Let's get our kids together. Let's have a play date. And then it never happens because people are so busy. So keep that in mind. The mommy calling card could work good for you, or, maybe it'll work good for your friends that maybe are normally too busy to schedule play dates. I was just talking about the fact that sometimes people say they want to do a play date with you, but then they don't make the time to do it. So I said, maybe the mommy calling card could encourage people to get together when they otherwise would end up saying that they're too busy, because life is busy. Mm-hmm. People are really
and that
busy.
is hard to be like you feel like you're the only one instigating stuff.
Right. Right. You don't want to feel like you're always asking. I feel like I feel like 3 is the magic number. If I call somebody 3 times and they cancel or they don't, reciprocate after 3 times, I kind of move on. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Because, your time is valuable. You can reach out to someone else.
And you want to know that the other person wants to have the play date.
Yeah. And maybe they're just they don't want to hurt your feelings.
Right.
So
Right.
quit pushing it.
Right. So we have 9 minutes left of the program, and
That was fast.
we just hit 200 viewers
Cool.
and 90 thumbs up. Let's try to get 100 thumbs up. We have 9 minutes to do it. So if you have not given us
10 thumbs
a thumbs up, go ahead. You have 5 per day that you can use on Bidchat. So go ahead, give us those thumbs up. That helps us to feel encouraged. Thank you. We got one more.
Yay! Time to go. One like a minute. Yes.
Yeah. It also helps the show to trend higher so that other people can find out and how to break for moms, and hopefully we can support other moms and parents, and like I said, other non-traditional caregivers such as grandparents or anybody else that might be helping to take care of children. We want to make sure that the show is for everyone. So if you have an idea for a topic that you would like for me or maybe us together to cover again,
This is so fun.
It is fun, and you're doing a great job with me. I feel like you're making my job easy.
It's fun to have someone to play off of.
It is.
Because even in my live videos that I've done, it's always been me. You know, it's a lot more fun to have someone to play off of.
For sure.
Yeah. But yeah, like for caregivers and parents, listen, give a thumbs up if you have ever been surrounded by people, per se, even if they're little people, but felt so lonely, so disconnected, so lost. Like who am I anymore? I don't even know who I am anymore. Like my personality is gone because all I'm doing is cleaning up the same toys over and over again, wiping the same counters over and over again, you know, cleaning up potty training messes, you know, all the time, you know, or whatever it is. You can totally just get so caught up in that and so lost in it.
You can take it home with you, honey.
Oh, talking with a mouthful, like
Yeah.
that. Like, I mean, like caregivers and stay-at-home moms, like, not only are you like taking care of themselves, you're like trying to figure out a whole other language, like when they're talking to you with their mouth full. Like, what are you doing? But yeah, so guys, something like this is such a great like outlet to be able to connect with other people. Excuse me, no sir. I'll get you in a minute.
Go sit down for a second. We're going to be done in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, we're almost finished. Okay?
Mom, Owen got something
I
he's
know.
not supposed to.
That's okay. I told him he can take it home.
Thank you for
You can take it
watching out for him, but I know. Thank you. So yeah, like just being able to connect with someone, and I mean, obviously, the best thing is to be able to find like a local moms group that we're a part of, that we even met through.
And that was my whole motivation for starting the show, because before I found that group, I was really lonely. Even though I'm surrounded by 3 kids running around the house, I still felt like I was alone because I needed somebody else who understood this whole mom thing, you know?
Yeah. So don't feel like you're alone, because I mean, we all go through that. We all feel it. It's normal. Don't be hard on yourself, but don't give yourself that pass to just be like, whatever, you know, like get out there and find places that you can connect with moms. Like, I mean, I know because of places where I came from in the South that were a little more like not so metro, not so big city-ish, sometimes there's not as many options available for moms groups. Like I had never been a part of one until I moved up here. So something like this, look, we're at 98 likes.
Yay,
2 more.
come on. Give us those thumbs up. We got to get to 100. We have 6 minutes.
Yeah. So something like this would have been, I mean, I can totally, it's like seared in my brain. Those were like the most loneliest years when I was the first new mom, still only had
Me
one
too.
child, like those first 3 years before I had my second one. Like it almost feels like, I don't know, when I look back at those times, which seems so sad, because I mean, like there were happy times.
Right.
I loved being a mom,
Right.
but I think just because, and I didn't realize it. I didn't realize that I was so lonely. I didn't realize that I felt so
You don't know what
alone.
you're missing until you find it.
I don't know what I didn't know what I was missing. Yeah.
I feel like we think as moms that we have to go it alone.
Right. And
You
like,
don't. You don't have to know it all and do it all.
right. And I wasn't giving myself that freedom to be okay with that, you know, and like that I didn't know it all, that I wasn't being the perfect mom that I'd always envisioned myself to be, you know. So, and also part of that I didn't know was because I wasn't connecting with other moms that could say, I'm going through the same thing, honey. Like, I mean, don't worry about it. Like, oh my word, yes, my kid totally did that, you know, or, oh, I feel like I'm feeling in that area too, you know. So like the encouragement and stuff. So yeah, something like this with Nicole that just has a passion and a vision to help stay-at-home moms and caregivers, to encourage you guys. I mean, she's doing this completely on her, you know, giving up her time and efforts and energy to do this, to reach out to you guys, which I think is totally great. And again, if you can find a local place, just Google it.
Yeah.
Any kind of mops.
Or it doesn't have to be moms. If you've got older kids, there are plenty of groups. Our group is for moms that have kids of all ages. So, the groups are out there.
Yeah. Which I kind of like, because I like having older moms that not only that are going through the same stage I'm going through, but have already gone through it and can say it's gonna be okay. I promise you're gonna get through it, and maybe share some tips that worked for them, or some stuff that
mentor moms. It's important to have mentor moms, whether it be a family member or even I feel like I like
105 likes.
I know,
So sorry,
we're doing great. Yeah. Keep them coming. We still have 3 minutes left of the program. But yeah, my whole motivation for starting this show was because I would always say to my husband when he came home from work, gosh, I just really need a break. So then I thought, the break for moms. And what was I passionate about? My mom's group. And that's where I met Cara. And, we've got this wonderful friendship. I can't imagine what life would be like if I didn't have her, because, we're great friends. Our kids love each other, and she has added so much. Their whole family has added so much to my life. But if I wouldn't have put myself out there, of course I was scared to go to this group. I didn't know anybody, but I made myself do it. And I just knew it was the right thing. And immediately I felt at home, and I was nodding my head yes, because everybody else was feeling the same way that I was. And they didn't all have the answers,
No,
but together as a group,
to be able to say that and be able to admit that, we don't have all the answers.
No, it's cliche, but it really does take a village,
It really does. And that speaks into what I was saying earlier about wanting to have those other adults in your kid's life to speak into them. You need it too. And it really does take a village. You have some say over the type of village you want your child to be in, based on your values and your morals and your priorities. But it really does. And having those people that, can have your back, can step in and help with the kids, or just, have a play date and just, sometimes I picture a play date, it's never happened like this, but just a play date, we're just all the help, and the kids are running crazy. We don't even care.
Right. Yeah. Send them outside. We'll just chill.
Lock them outside to let them in.
Yeah. But, the play date, even if you're still working hard, it kind of helps to break up the day. Especially, and you may be a mom that works outside of the home, and that's okay too, because you still need to have some sort of connection. Facebook there's a lot of groups now on Facebook where you can connect with other moms, but I do encourage people to still reach out and, person to person connect aside from the digital realm. But in the meantime, if you do have a busy schedule, maybe you work outside the home, or you are in an area where you don't know other people, please, I encourage you to continue to watch this program. I will be live every Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern time, and I'm going to try to get Cara back as soon as I can, because she's doing a great job with me. And, we want to hear from you, to call into the show, tell us, what's going on with your day. Maybe you're having a bad day, or maybe you're having a great day, or maybe you just have a question, whatever the case may be. I want the show to be a regular place that you can depend on, and you can take a little bit of a break from your day, schedule it, put it in your planner every Monday, 1 p.m. Eastern time. And I hope that you will join me next week. I look forward to meeting so many of you in the future. You can reach out to me across social media at The Break for Moms. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, now Pinterest.
Oh, wow.
I know. Yeah, I'm going crazy here. YouTube.
Big time waster, but love it.
Yeah. So anyhow,
shoot her on Facebook, stuff you want to hear us talk about. Yeah. If you want to hear our opinions on something,
I have a page just for The Break for Moms.
Yeah, go to The Break for Moms on Facebook and put questions in there. Topics you want to hear.
Please, nobody's interacting on the page besides my general, close-knit group of friends and family. So I want to start reaching out more to people outside of the Michigan realm. So tell me where you're from. Tell me what your family makeup is. I want to know all about you. That's part of the excitement of the show, is interacting. And until I get that interacting piece really, really going, I'm going to just keep shooting for that.
Yeah. So go to the Break for Moms with the number 4 on Facebook. Tell us where you're from. Tell us your name, how many kids you have maybe, and what you want to hear her talk about. And, what current topics of the day, do you have an opinion on that you would like to discuss, or stuff you're wanting more information about that just, you don't have really time to delve into the research about, or something, questions about your kids, and maybe she or both of us together can find some answers for you and share for you. So yeah, let us or let her know, let her know what you want to hear talked about. So.
Yeah. So anyways, I want to be mindful of the time because there are so many other great broadcasts going on across Bidchat. So I'm going to stop the program now, and I will be back next week, Monday, 1 p.m. Eastern time. You know, you can also reach out to me via email, and I'm going to tell you that email. It's Nicole, Nicole, at thebreak4moms.com. Again, with the number 4. Across social media, make sure you have that number 4 in there. It's the Break for Moms. So thanks so much for taking a break from your day to spend it with us. This was so much fun. I hope you enjoyed watching and maybe you learned a few things about Playdates. And we wish you a great week.
Have a great week, you
hope
guys.
to meet you soon. Bye.